So, gentlemen, this is gonna be my final variation of the strong and weak. Trying to get the strong and weak EA. This is gonna be my final variation, and this is gonna follow a different logic. So, real quick, how this one is gonna work? It's gonna take advantage of these numbers right here, the differential, the difference between the strong and the weak. So, this is gonna be the main ingredient of the EA. This right here, difference between strong and weak. So, if my threshold is 4, so that means if a currency is 4.0 or better, plus 4.0 or better means it's going to open a long position. If the currency is negative 4.0 or lower, it's going to open a short position. So it's just that easy. But there's going to be more because I want this dashboard to be coded into this. And I also want this dashboard to be coded into this. So it's going to be like three dashboards combined. So it's going to use RSI as a filter, but we're going to go back to the RSI later on. So, like we already said, 4.0 or better, the criteria is going to be met on this dashboard. Then this other dashboard is also going to meet certain criteria too. Since Aussie and Yen is the best pair to trade here because the threshold is 4.0 or better, we're going to see what the threshold is going to be on this other dashboard. So if the other dashboard, the threshold for this dashboard is 6.0 or better for the strong, or 3.0 or less for the weak, is good to go. Because if you look at this right here, Aussie 7.1. So here, Aussie met its criteria here for three time frames. They were aligned back to back, 6.0 or better, because that's the threshold here. So let's not make no mistake. The threshold here is 6.0 or better for the strong pair. The threshold here combined is 4.0 or better. Then we're going to come to this dashboard. This dashboard, three time frames, we have to be aligned here. Minimum three. If it's more than three, it's even better. So the second currency don't have to be aligned three back to back. If one of the currencies already aligned here back to back. So we know the best pair to trade here. We saw the Aussie yen. Right now the Aussie yen is 6.0 or better. So the Aussie met this criteria here. Yen did not have to meet this criteria here, but it did. So the probability of this trade working out is probably more than 90%. So yen met this criteria here too, as you can see. It has three or more time frames. They beat the threshold of 3.0. So to make it clear, this is where they are here, but this one is gonna be three. So when you design the EA, it's gonna follow this logic. These are the time frames I'm using: 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, and daily. I can use any six time frames I want. I don't really have to use daily. I can put one another time frame here. So, but for now, this is how it is. So I'm going to use a three time frames or a single time frame RSI as a filter. So for instance, this is the Aussie yen chart. We know Aussie yen met the threshold here. Everything lined up for the Aussie yen. So this is going to be the Aussie yen chart. As you can see here, the position was probably opened here when the three RSIs were above. They were all above 70. So that position was opened. So this is the final stretch of the EA, the RSIs. I don't know if you want to add this. If you can add the dynamic trend, that'll be fine. If you can't add it, there's no problem. But how the RSI manage the trades? When the three RSIs are above 70 and all these they've already aligned, so a position will be opened. This is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, RSI. When the three of the RSIs they cross back down, any long position that was open is going to be closed and the short is going to be opened. So of course it's going to be good to take profit. So that would be an indicator setting. When the RSI has a cross back up 50, the short position that was closed, the short position that was open here will be closed and the long will be opened. It's only the first time all these indicators are aligned is when the RSI will use the 70 level for the first bullish entry or the 30 level for the first bearish entry. After that, it uses the 50 levels for reversals and re-entry. So that's how this is going to work. It's very simple, and like I said, this indicator here is in somebody's product in Forex Factory. Is in EX4 form. You can't get that in EX4 form, but I have this one. This one is in MQFO form. You have all the access to the codes for this, but you have to design these to look like this because, like I said before, I want to use these values here, the difference between the strong and the weak for the entry. This is going to be part of very important to trigger the entries. So like I pointed out before, in summary, you know, the E is going to use the difference between the strong and the weak here. So the threshold here, let me say my default is going to be 4. That means strong 4 or better or negative 4 or less. When those criteria are met here, the EA will scan for these two. When it scans for these, the lowest currency, like if it's already 4.0 has been established here, it's going to see if this is going to be established. Yen 3.0 or less is the threshold there. Yen met the threshold. Then Aussie met the threshold here too because it was 6 or better. That was 3 time frames were aligned here. So it made the threshold. Then here, Aussie made the threshold here too. And yen made the threshold. So on this dashboard, it really don't matter. One of them we have to meet the threshold though. Either the strong currency or the weak currency, they have to meet the threshold here. So as you can see right here, they made the threshold. The 4.0 or better was met here. So that's all I have. Let's look at some few more pairs. As you can see from this dashboard, the yen is very weak. So that means a lot of the yen pairs, they're going to be getting punished. So this is let's look at Canadian yen. This is Canadian yen. This is Canadian yen. So Canadian yen, you can see Canadian yen. Maybe the position was open here. Maybe the position was open here. So when the position was open here, the long is still on. So the long is still on. So another Canadian pair, New Zealand yen. I'm just going through all of them, but they all depends on what this dashboard was saying. It depends on what this dashboard was doing. So we're just looking at New Zealand yen. It wouldn't open a position here with New Zealand yen because two of them are weak. There's no point selling two weak currencies. Even right here, you can't open a position with Aussie CAD because two of them are strong. No point opening buying two strong pairs. That's why they're not even going to match here. If you look at this, you can see Aussie is strong, CAD is strong. So the criteria are different. They just like same criteria. But both of them can buy a yen. Both of them can buy yen because if you look right here, look at Canadian yen, 5.0 or better. The criteria was met here. The criteria was met here too. Three of them, 6 or better. Like I said, you don't have to. Two of them don't have to be aligned here. Only one needs to be aligned. Like here, CAD was not aligned here on 3 time frames back to back, but Aussie, the yen was aligned here 3 time frames back to back. So this is good to go. So that's my time. If you have any questions, but don't forget the RSI. You gotta be part of the strategy. For instance, the position were open here because the three RSIs were below 30. So when three RSIs they cross back up above 30, above 50 this time, it's gonna close the shot and it's gonna go long. So that's all there is. So thank you very much, my friends. Just look at the video. Tell me if this can be done. Take care and God bless.